Hello and welcome to the Pause Before Applause podcast. As always, I'm Tanner.
I'm Cameron.
And we've got two bits of breaking news for you. One, right outside of our studio, there is some shit going on.
Yeah, there's apparently some type of
college fashion show.
Apparently.
And the second bit is Kanye West is back on Twitter and announcing some albums and dropping some incredibly philosophical knowledge.
Some quote-unquote release dates.
Yeah.
Take that with a huge grain of salt.
An incredibly large grain of salt.
You want to run down?
Yeah, I'm going to his Twitter right now. So the biggest ones announced were
June 7th.
Were June 1st.
What's June 1st?
June 1st is his album, which is
he
7 songs long.
No, I thought he was June 7th and then
No.
the other one was June 8th.
Okay, so full rundown. He tweeted a couple of hours ago that my album is 7 songs, June 1st. Then he tweeted me and Cudi album, June 8th. And they apparently have a group. Their group is called Kids See Ghosts. Not ghosts, singular ghosts.
Is that like the IMDb synopsis for like The Sixth Sense? Kids See Ghosts?
Kids See Bruce Willis.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. Who knows?
Why can't it just be Kanye West and Kid Cudi? Why does everything have to be
Kanye Cudi? Why not?
No, why can't it just be Kanye West and Kid Cudi?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I agree. Yeah, exactly. Tiana Taylor, June 22nd. Her album is finally coming out after years in production.
She has music out.
Yeah, but wasn't her album taking forever to come out?
I mean, I'm
not clamoring for a Tiana Taylor album.
Listen to it. I mean, she's not bad. But
No, she's not bad at all. But she's just not someone I listen to all the time. I'm gonna go listen to this album. And Pusha T is dropping May 25th. Personally, I'm really excited about the Pusha T project.
That might be the best one out of all of these.
It has the highest floor. I don't think it has the highest ceiling. As far as potential to be a great.
It could be?
No, I think it's got the highest.
You said
floor.
Highest floor.
Yeah, to be a good project. It has a low. Its floor.
The highest floor.
Yes.
Is the ceiling the roof, Michael Jordan?
No, I'm not saying it has the highest ceiling. I think if we're talking about houses
the
here.
Highest floor. Just think about that as a sentence for a second. That makes no sense.
I know, but I'm trying to use this basketball.
It has the most potential.
Yeah, to be at least a good album.
All right, you could have just said that.
But obviously, the Cudi and Kanye projects have the highest potential to be an incredibly great.
We got some more breaking
classic
news. I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What's that?
Joel Embiid
is playing tonight?
He sure is.
Yes, the mask.
He's wearing mask and goggles. Because apparently if he gets his orbital bone even touched, he could be blind in one eye.
Lose his left eye.
Yeah.
Looking like Lisa Lopez.
I mean, I wouldn't go out there and play, but
I mean, you don't know when you get this opportunity again.
They're going to be in the playoffs again. This is the first round. I could see if it was the finals, but this is the first round of playoffs. I'm not risking my eyesight for the first round.
I don't think anyone going to go directly at his eye socket.
You underestimate Hassan Whiteside.
I don't think Hassan.
I'm not saying he's a dirty. I'm not saying he's a dirty
dirty player.
No, me neither. I'm just saying.
The fuck?
It can get kind of hairy down there in a low post.
I agree.
Catch an elbow in the face.
I'd say Olynyk would do it before Whiteside would.
Don't get me started on Kelly Olynyk. But anyway, back to the
Kelly alphabet soup Olynyk.
Young consonant.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. Obviously,
yeah.
7 songs. It might be
That means he cutting the filler out. That's good. That means no.
No, send it up.
That means no testimonies about my life. No, I don't want to hear.
No low.
No, I don't want to hear a testimony about your life, ma'am. Thank you.
I mean, he literally did call the track what it is. It's definitely a
Correct.
low light. And highlights wasn't great, but yeah.
But what if it's I can't believe I'm about to say this. What if it's 7 songs in mid though? What if it's 7 just alright songs?
You know Kanye ain't dropping projects like that.
I mean, hey.
That's not what Kanye does.
You're right. I don't know.
Kanye, it's either a
I also didn't think Kanye would have a signed copy of Time magazine by Donald J. Trump, but here we are.
This is a post-Trump Kanye.
I don't think. I also didn't think Kanye would pose with the Confederate flag on several occasions, but here we are.
Well, we also didn't think he would put on a thorn crown at one point. He did that very early in his career on Rolling Stone magazine, as a matter of fact. So, like, who knows?
Who knows?
I think that's what's great about Kanye. We never know what to expect.
To be completely honest with you, I'm more excited for Kanye and Kid Cudi album.
Oh, I am too. Like, we're talking like 808s level.
Just give me like
shit.
8 guilt trips and let me
Oh,
guilt trip for like 40 minutes.
And maybe a few Welcome to Heartbreaks.
Throw them in there. Yeah, well, why not? What the hell?
Just no Maker Says, even though I love that song. Or like, what was that song they had on Mr. Rager? What was the second Man on the Moon? What was the song they had on there? You don't remember either? Shit.
Not off the top of my head.
Me either.
I'm looking it up though.
It was a good song though, but like, they've both progressed past that point in their career.
You said it's on.
Ooh, give me some Gorgeous.
It's on the second album.
Yeah, Second Man on the Moon. The Legend.
Oh, yeah, Second Man on the Moon. Damn, that's crazy.
That is wild. That's actually, I would argue, might be better than his first album.
No,
I might say I might be wrong. I say I might be wrong.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, Chief.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Erase Me.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good song.
That's all right. It's like one of the weakest ones they've done together.
It might be,
but that was your point.
Yeah,
that was your point.
Gorgeous is an incredible song. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm really excited about
Christian Dior Denim Flow. I keep going.
Oh, I keep forgetting about that shit. So yeah, that's really all we've got to talk about.
It's Yeezy season.
It is Yeezy season, and Good Fridays might be back tomorrow.
Oh. So
how many? I'm speculating. I don't
think he'd do it again. That was like a in the moment thing.
Well, I mean, maybe
it would be gimmicky to bring it back.
Maybe he starts dropping the 40/40s.
What's that?
The Thug and Kendrick songs that he claimed to have.
He also claimed to have 200 DJ Mustard beats, and I don't want to hear a single one of those.
I don't either. I don't want to hear, hey.
I don't want to hear four notes on the piano 200 times.
Oh my God! And slightly rearranged every time.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm good. I forgot about that tweet.
I didn't.
Never forget. Pepperidge Farm remembered. So that leads us to our main content of this episode. So today we're going to talk about our remixed version of the NBA's top 50 greatest players, as well as a game we created called Bank or Bust, where we talk the top prospects at the skill positions in the NFL draft, and
because nobody cares about linemen.
No, we don't. And we say they're going to be good, so break the bank for them, or bust Josh Allen.
Oh,
starting it off hot.
That's a little bit of a preview. I want to do that first.
You want to do that first?
I want to do that first. I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead and pull up the prospects if you don't mind.
You want me to just pull up a mock draft?
I think we should save the QBs for last.
Okay. You want me to just pull up how can I do it by position?
I was gonna just tell you to look up top. No, I was just gonna say look up top wide receiver prospects, top tight end.
Top NFL prospects by position. Okay.
There we go.
Top NFL.com. Top 5 prospects by position. You said quarterbacks last?
Yeah, quarterbacks last for sure. That and running backs I think should be second to last. Penultimate and ultimate.
I'm gonna start with wide receivers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go from the bottom up.
From 5 to 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What you got?
Deion Kane from
Clemson. Okay. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't watch a whole lot of Clemson last year because they were basically a defensive team.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember how well he did on the Clemson team with Deshaun Watson that won the championship. He seems like a good guy. He looks like he knows how to run a lot of routes, which is good. But he doesn't have
I'll pull up his stats for you.
So he doesn't have a whole lot of breakaway speed.
He had a all right season.
Well, you've got to think Kelly Bryant's not a dynamic passer of any kind.
I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah, That's not what I'm saying. He's a good college quarterback. But
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to
He
describe
doesn't throw the ball a lot.
particularly well.
He throws maybe 180 yards a game.
Mhm.
So,
Kane's stats.
what did he have?
Keeping that in mind, because that definitely plays into what these stats are. He had 58 receptions.
That's not bad.
For 734 yards.
Okay.
And 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, and Kelly Bryant only threw 13, so he got about half of them.
Yeah, those are Jarvis Landry numbers.
Jarvis Landry's not bad.
No, it's not. No, he's not.
Jay Cutler and Ryan Tannehill are bad.
Matt Moore, etc.
Matt Moore may be the best QB on that roster.
That's sad.
It really is. When Cam Newton's lackey,
he's 6'1".
Yeah, that's good size.
That's good size for a wide receiver.
What's his 40?
Let me see.
Figure that would be like one of the things they had listed.
I just went to like his stats page. 40 times. He ran a 4.43.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
And how big is he? Like
what's his weight?
Like to me, on that Clemson team that won the championship.
Actually, NFL.com gave him an extra inch.
Oh wow.
6'2".
Okay.
202.
Okay, he's got pretty decent size. I think
4.43 and a 40. 33 and a half inch vertical.
Yeah, it's not very high.
No, not in love with it.
I've probably got about a 33-inch vertical.
115-inch broad jump.
That's not bad.
No, not bad.
Not bad at all.
I'm more concerned about the vertical for a wide receiver. Obviously.
Yeah. Honestly, he looks like a good second option for somebody.
Yeah, I can see him as
the Giants could take him in like the 3rd round.
If they don't sign Dez. Look, they need a wide receiver based on what
I don't think they're taking Dez.
You see what happened today?
Yeah, they dropped Marshall.
Yeah.
Which we didn't include as breaking news because he stinks.
Ooh. He stinks?
At this point in his career, he stinks.
So what's the official verdict on Kane? Bank?
I'd shell out some bank for him.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he can play ball.
Nice mid-round.
Yeah.
Mid-round prospect.
2nd, 3rd round.
Mm-hmm.
If he falls to the 4th, yeah, I'd take him. He runs fast. I mean,
I disagree with the ranking of this next player.
Whomst?
It is Cortland Sutton at the 4th best wide receiver.
Who is that?
He played for Southern Methodist University, SMU.
The same place as Cameron Meredith?
Correct.
I can't believe I remembered that.
Eric Dickerson, to name a few.
Yeah, Craig James, the quote-unquote last white hope.
Cortland Sutton.
What does he do?
He is 6'4".
Okay, big boy.
Yeah.
Long ass. Okay. What's a weight? What's the 40?
What's his weight?
Like, how big of a man are we talking? Are we talking like Brandon Marshall or Randy Moss?
We are talking 6'4", 218.
Pretty good size.
35 and a half inch vertical.
Oh. Okay.
4.5, 40.
Not bad. Not bad
He's
at all.
6'4", so I mean I'm not really.
He's Mike Williams but faster.
I'll take a little bit of a hit on the speed if you 6'4". I don't need you to have.
We don't need you to have.
I'm not playing you in a slot. Like
yeah, we don't need you to have Moss speed.
Right.
As long as his acceleration is good.
18 bench press reps.
That's pretty good.
So
at wide receiver.
I like that. I like the potential of him to
just strong arm
off
people.
the line. Yeah.
And he'd be a good blocker.
That's true.
Yeah. What are his stats?
Last year?
Yeah.
Cortland.
Now, granted,
Sutton. He did play for SMU.
Played in the AAC?
Correct.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were CUSA or AAC anymore. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't watch a whole lot of college ball as much as I used to.
He had a really good season last year. 68 catches.
Okay.
1,085 yards. 12 touchdowns.
Oh, so he kind of had more like a like a David Sills season.
Mm-hmm. I mean, 12 touchdowns as a college wide receiver is like
pretty good.
Really
That's
good.
like one a game.
Yeah.
That really put Sills' touchdowns into perspective last year. Jesus
true.
Christ, he had 18. That's crazy. That's like 1.5 a game. But anyway,
I'm gonna go bank on.
I would.
Yeah.
You might. He is possibly a late first rounder. I think.
I think a late first, mid to late first, depending on like what.
I don't think mid.
Well, we don't know.
I don't think someone's gonna take that big of a leap on him.
That size though.
But we're talking about potential. He also didn't have a whole lot of yards, so like, I mean, he only had, I would say, about 13 yards per catch, like, in playing a spread offense.
What kind of routes was he running?
I mean, they play. I'm pretty sure SMU plays a spread, so like, he's the big guy. He probably runs like 10 and curls, like 12 and outs.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I'm not saying he's not a fine player.
like I don't need him to be I don't need to be John Ross. Like, you know.
What do you mean, John Ross? He disappeared.
John Ross, who's in Marvin Lewis's dugout,
his doghouse.
Yeah.
The dog pund or whatever
Jesus.
the Browns couldn't even spell.
I'm gonna go bank on
Yeah, I would.
Sutton.
I'd buy
James Washington
from
Oklahoma State.
I'm already gonna preliminarily say bust because Oklahoma State.
He's
receivers.
6 feet tall.
Okay.
Let me see.
Doesn't sound very promising.
Not
Like-
a huge fan of the height. That's true.
I mean, like, you can be a small receiver and it work out.
He ran a 4.54.
Oof. He's not very big.
34 and a half inch vertical.
Vertical's not that impressive.
Actually, it's 6 feet.
Yeah, at 6 feet.
You should be running a little bit faster than that at 6 feet tall.
How much does he weigh?
213.
No, it's
Not
a big boy.
Physically imposing gentleman.
Then again, neither is Antonio Brown,
True.
and he's
true.
not extremely fast.
Actually,
either.
I'm looking at
His stats.
a profile that they were generous with the 6 feet. He's 5'11".
So yeah, more like Antonio
Mhm.
Brown. How sure are his hands? That's really the question here.
Let's see what his
He sounds like a
see what
slot receiver.
yeah, his statistics were.
He sounds like someone that
James Washington. He had 74 catches
That's not bad.
for 1,549
Oh
yards
my God!
and 13 touchdowns.
Damn.
Now
But
bear in mind
The
he's
Big
playing in
12,
the Big 12
defenses
and
don't exist.
Mason Rudolph, one of the best quarterbacks in college, was throwing to him.
Okay.
I mean, just
Okay.
based on
Statistics.
statistics,
yeah.
he's also a senior too, which is
That's not bad. It's not basketball. It's not basketball.
you draft a 28-year-old if you want to.
Oh, Brandon Whedon.
Speaking of Oklahoma State, don't
Yeah,
get me started.
for real. You know what? I think he's gonna be like a second or third rounder, probably.
Yeah.
I might, if he falls to the third, I'd bank on him. But
I'm not
honestly,
a huge fan of what he did at the combine. I don't like
Now
bust.
maybe-
Bust is a strong
Yeah.
label to put on him, but I don't have a whole lot of confidence.
I'd pass on him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I would take Sutton before I took him.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Is Cameron Kirk the second guy?
Christian Kirk.
Whatever the fuck. Wait, Cameron Kirk? Did I just like mix up Kirk Cameron's name?
Yeah.
Jesus
Christian.
Christ.
That's the next guy. Christian Kirk from Texas A&M.
Bust.
He's an Aggie.
I've watched him enough. He's a bust.
See, the thing about
He's just
A&M receivers,
he's fast.
correct.
That's it.
He's 5'11", so I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah,
of the,
not a big fan of that
of the
height.
measurable. Let me see here. Last season, I'm assuming he got injured because he only played 9 games. He had 455 yards.
Could have been a Des Bryant situation.
And 5 touchdowns and 42 catches.
No, that's a bust.
I'm not. Yeah.
He's averaging less than 5 catches a game.
He only had 5 catches of 20
plus
yards.
yards.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Chief. I think he's just a whole lot of potential that people think they see, but he's like Josh Allen. He's the Josh Allen of wide receivers. Except he actually played at a decent school.
Josh Allen of wide receivers. He ran a good 40.
That doesn't matter.
4.46.
You know who else ran a good 40? Darius Hayward Bay. Don't get me
Don't
started.
get me started.
Do not get me started.
Don't get me started.
I nearly cried that day. It was a sad time.
I'm gonna go bust.
I told you. I'm saying he's a bust.
I honestly feel like Sutton is the second best receiver.
And then Washington right behind him.
Yeah.
And then
Kane at the bottom.
Yeah, Kane's fourth.
But I think we can both agree.
Yeah.
The number one
Is easily Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Out of Alabama.
Calvin Ridley, who should have probably, honestly,
Went last
been in
year.
the NBA, like
Wait.
NFL 1 or 2 years ago.
When he was a freshman or a
Yeah.
sophomore. Yeah.
He was ready.
Yeah. He's game-breaking fast.
Easily the best receiver in all of college football for the last 2 years.
Well, last year. Mike Williams was better 2 years ago.
So we had a better quarterback though. If you can be as good as Calvin Ridley has been,
Calvin Ridley had 800 yards 2 years ago.
That's still good. With Jalen Hurts sucks.
I think that was pre Jalen Hurts. No, it was Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts stinks.
Who throws way less than Kelly Bryant, as a matter of fact.
But he's worse.
Yeah, you're right.
Demonstratively worse.
I know. That's what I was saying. Oh, you mean converted running back Jalen Hurts?
He might be this season.
He's not a quarterback.
He's not going to.
Denard Robinson had better throwing numbers, and he got converted to running back.
Tua will be the starter for Alabama.
Tua better be the starter.
Better be.
He better be.
No,
They will lose.
Calvin Klein.
They will lose
Calvin
games.
Ridley.
Calvin Klein. Yeah, he looks like a thoroughbred, as they say in the horse industry. 6'1", he's about 215, 220.
190.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's built more like Allen Hurns.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Allen
Hurns is a
Allen
fine
Hurns
receiver.
Is a good player.
He's a fine receiver. You see? Yeah. I mean, what was this 40? I mean, look, in the SEC, I saw him just getting behind safeties and shit. I don't.
Calvin Ridley's 40 time was 4.43.
So he ran the same as Kane.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're talking SEC versus ACC, which
Like,
has actually averaged out a little bit.
Well, I mean, they recruit from the same places.
Yeah, same.
More or less.
That's pretty true. But yeah, I'd say that Ridley definitely is easily the best receiver in this draft. Because I see this man just get by people, just run right by him. It's ridiculous. The only question I have with him is his run blocking in his hands. I've seen him drop some passes. Now, granted, he hasn't been playing with some of the best quarterbacks or anything, but he's also going to be facing a lot harder hitters. Yeah. So, the physical,
he might want to bulk up a little bit. Yeah,
bulk up a little bit.
190 at 6'1" is not.
He needs to go train with like Andre Johnson, who, in my opinion, was one of the.
What pick does Houston have? Do they have a pick?
They don't have one until the third round. I think they get Kane to match him up with DeAndre.
Well, I mean, they already have.
Will Fuller is not a second option. He is a slot receiver.
That's true.
He's fast.
I mean, he's a good hand. Like, I don't mind having him on the team.
I don't either. He's a good wide receiver, but Braxton Miller cannot be your third option. Jalen Strong? No.
I wish Jalen. I was high on Jalen Strong.
I was too, especially after he had that one game on Monday Night Football where he was kicking everybody's ass.
But keeping with the same general theme, going to the defense.
Going to the corners, to the DBs.
See, they have corners and safeties.
Just go full DBs.
Okay.
Some of them can just.
Because I think that the safeties in this draft are way better than the corners.
Yeah. Easily.
It's the first two names. No, the first three names at the top of the safety list, honestly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the top two corners and the top three safeties.
Okay.
And that'll be our five.
Okay.
Number 2 cornerback is Mike Hughes from Central Florida.
Ooh, Central Florida? Oof, yikes. He'd probably go in like the second or third.
Let's look at his measurables.
Yikes.
Mike Hughes. I don't like that name. It's not a good football name.
No, it's not. As a matter of fact.
Let's see. No stats. Can I get some passes defense there? He's 5'10".
Okay.
189. He did 20 reps on the bench press.
Okay. So
I like that.
He can chuck people at the line. Disrupt the running game.
127-inch broad jump.
How long?
127 inches.
127?
Yes.
Broad jump.
Yes.
It's 10 foot. Why did you have to say it like that?
That's how it's listed on the site.
For those of y'all who do actually know how to math,
not a math major, man.
Not even close. I have 2 majors, and neither of them.
I never claimed to be.
That's 10 feet 7 inches. That's a really good broad jump.
Yeah. Vertical was 35 and a half. But I mean, he's 5'10".
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm fine with that.
That's not bad.
I'm impressed by the 20 reps.
Yeah, I am too.
That's
usually corners are somewhere.
Fella.
Usually corners are somewhere in the 14 to 17 range.
He ran a 4.5 40.
Ugh. I'm getting some Rondé Barber feelings here, but nowhere near as good.
I was like, Rondé's a Hall of Famer now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I think Tiki should be too, but that's just
a different conversation.
Yes, it is. So I'd take him in like the second or third.
Now, the thing about Mike Hughes, he played a lot of kick return and punt return.
Oh, so he can return the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What I'm reading here is that his future ultimately might be
Josh Cribbs, Antonio Cromartie,
Cordero Patterson.
Oh,
the newest member of the New England Patriots.
The new gunner. The new gunner on the Patriots.
Get back there and block for Matt Slater.
Let's go. Let's go. You're the next Steve Tasker.
Number 1 corner is Denzel Ward from Ohio State.
Okay.
I mean, a good place to get a corner from, as evidenced by last year.
Garyon wasn't that impressive.
Lattimore.
Okay. Yeah,
what are you talking about? He's a fucking rookie of the year.
Okay, you're right. I'm just talking from my team's perspective. Garyon Conley wasn't that impressive. I guess that whole.
I was gonna say he had some baggage with him.
Say that whole sexual assault deal got him shook. But
he's 5'10".
In the court of law, he was proven
191. A 4.3 40.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I like it.
Got that Cromartie 40. I like it.
136. Broad jump.
Damn.
Yeah. That is an athlete.
That's 11,
ladies and gentlemen.
That's 11 and 4
with 3 syllables.
Athlete.
A 39-inch vertical.
I'd say he's easily the number 1 corner over Hughes.
Yeah, they have his prospect grade as a 6.31. Should become instant starter. I would agree.
Yeah, sound a lot like Lattimore, but just not as tall. Lattimore's like 6'1".
That's true.
Lattimore's like 6'1", right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely.
He has the. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Speaking of Saints D-backs,
he has the 12th highest prospect score based on NFL.com.
Yeah, he sounds like a mid to late first rounder.
Yeah. I've seen some mocks have him
going in the top 10.
A few, mostly like you said, mid
to the
15,
11
16.
to 20 range.
Yeah. I think that's good for him.
Speaking of Saints DBs, I was playing Madden the other day, and the last time that I saw Williams, his overall was like 81.
Mm-hmm.
It's dropped to like 77 after that one game.
Sense.
That one game. And
it probably killed his tackling.
I think it took his. I think it was his awareness.
Oh yeah, awareness kills you overall.
His play recognition.
Number 3. So we're obviously going bank for.
Yeah.
For Smith.
I would buy
Ward,
one.
I should say.
Yeah, Ward.
On to the safeties. Yeah, number 3.
Okay.
Ronnie Harrison from Alabama.
I don't believe in Alabama.
A large man.
Talking like 6'2", 210. Because like if we're talking that for a cornerback or
6'3".
Oh dear.
Yeah. He's a hard hitter. I mean, based on what I saw of him when he was in college, I don't want to. This is a lofty comparison to throw out.
Landon.
No. Cam Chancellor.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
6'3", 205 as a safety.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Pretty good size.
Pretty good.
What's his 40?
Let's look at Ronnie Harrison's draft profile.
Also, speaking of Alabama safeties, I was really glad to see Eddie Jackson play really well last year after coming out of the broken leg. I liked him a lot in college, so it was really cool to see him actually translate, even though people didn't really give him much of a chance. I was like, he broke a leg. It's not like he tore a ligament.
He's also only 20 years old.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He turns like 21 like tomorrow.
And what'd you say his 40 was?
I'm trying to find it.
Man, these kids are just getting younger and younger.
I swear.
Before you know it, they're just going to let 17-year-olds play in the NFL.
And die?
Yeah.
just the only one that survives is like Adrian Peterson.
Because he's a superhuman.
He's a mutant.
Oh, my God. Adrian Peterson.
Can we get his 40 time?
Adrian Peterson's a medical
4'6".
He's playing safety.
He was second on the team in tackles last year. This is Alabama.
So we're talking more of like a Mark Barron type.
He had 86 tackles.
Yeah.
As a safety.
That's not bad. Well, that's because their linebackers stunk.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, he seems fine.
This
seems like a fine safety.
This thing I'm reading says the Seahawks in particular like 6'3" defensive backs.
Hintity, hint, hint.
Cam Chancellor is getting up
What
there.
is waning?
Yeah, he's getting up there.
Not as fast as Earl Thomas. Jesus Christ.
Oof.
Yeah, I
like it.
I'd buy on him. Third round. He seems like a third round prospect.
Third round?
Yeah.
These mocks got him going in the first.
I don't know about all that.
They got him going in the first.
If you need a safety that bad and the other two are gone, yeah, but I don't know how many teams need safety.
Well, I mean, the next two guys might go top 5. Like, they're that good.
Look, we know Minka's going top 5.
Derwin James might go top 5.
I don't know who the hell that is.
Florida State.
I don't know. I don't know about all that. Especially with how well their defense played this year. Jesus Christ, they stunk. After Francois went down, they just
6'2".
not worth a fuck.
This is James. He's 6'2".
Okay.
215.
Okay.
Big boy. 4'4", 40.
Oh, he's fast.
A 40-inch vertical.
Oh my God.
21 reps on the bench press. A strong gentleman.
You know, there's a team who just lost a shooting guard. This man should probably go take his place. The Wizards. Jody Meeks.
Takes Meeks' minutes in the playoffs.
Yeah, they need it.
He's a two-sport athlete.
They need it. They really do. They stink. That's another thing we should have talked about on this pod, but we're not going to. The playoffs.
Oh,
My God. But yeah, he seems like a good 7 to 15 prospect, depending on who needs a safety.
Let me look at the mock.
Because who knows how far Minka could fall?
Fall? might go fourth.
To the Browns?
Yes.
Him and Jabril together? Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, playing 70 yards in the backfield.
70 yards in a cloud of dust football.
They
Why was he playing that far back off?
He played center field for the Browns last season.
Yeah, because the corners sucked. Their corners were bad. Everyone was just throwing streaks on him. Joe Flacco was having a field day.
The mock I'm looking at.
Do you hear that? It's like extremely loud interference from above.
Anyway.
Sorry about that, folks.
Mock I'm looking at has him going 7th.
7th?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To who?
Tampa.
Yeah. Tampa's secondary.
They need a lot.
Sucks.
They need several things.
I think they just got Brent Grimes back, who actually is 35 and still playing extremely well.
Yeah, he brings a lot of issues off the field as well.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, his wife's a crazy person.
Oh,
but,
I did not know this.
Yeah. I say that to say.
Minka
Derwin James.
Minka fixed. Oh, so yeah, bank on him. He's an athletic freak.
And then,
all you gotta do is teach him how to play defense a little bit better, probably. Like actually reading and stuff.
I mean,
reading defenses. That is what I meant.
If he's supposed to be going 7th in the draft, I think he's got a pretty good grasp.
I've seen athletic freaks go that early before.
And then
his name is Jamarcus Russell.
Minka Fitzpatrick.
I don't think we need to even talk about him.
He can play corner. He can play safety.
Yeah.
He can play linebacker on the right team.
He's like Mark Barron but better.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, would bank on him.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely bank on him for sure. I would love for him to fall to the Raiders. You hate to see it.
What pick do you Raiders have?
The 10th pick.
That's just not gonna happen.
I know it's not gonna happen.
You get Derwin James or Harrison.
We might be able to get it.
One of the three, I think, would be a good decision.
If we can get James, I'd be happy.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that's
He
all.
seems like a Raider.
Yeah, that's all for the DBs. What are we moving to next?
I'm gonna stay on the defensive side of the ball.
Go to the linebackers.
I was gonna go to the edge rushers, but
Okay,
we can do linebackers.
Whichever one.
We can do linebackers. Number 5 is Malik Jefferson.
Malik
Texas.
Jefferson. Okay.
Um,
He sounds like a 4th rounder.
just based on his name.
Yes. It's too long.
Now, as somebody who watched a lot of Big 12, just naturally,
Obviously.
I think he's okay.
Yeah, 4th round.
I'd probably have him going 3rd, but he's got good size.
Does he have good speed?
Let's find out.
Let's swing it over to the next tab.
He's 6'3".
Okay. Von Miller.
Whoa. Watch it, buddy. 6'3", 240.
That's. Oh, yeah, he's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
I thought we were talking about the edge rushers still.
No, he's a line. He might be an edge rusher. He's an outside linebacker. So
240 in the league? You got to bulk that up to 250, 255.
he ran a 4.5.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, he sounds like a 4th round guy.
27 reps, bench press.
That's really good.
36-inch vertical.
It's almost as much as who was it? Saquon.
Saquon.
Yeah, 28. Did more than Joe Thomas. No, it's 29. Did more than Joe Thomas.
Jesus Christ.
I personally would say 4th round.
Mm-hmm.
I would spend a pick there. I'm not gonna jump up to get him.
Yeah.
But he's the 5th best.
Right.
Okay, next guy.
After him, we have forgive me if I butcher this name.
Oh dear.
Uchenna Nwasu.
Let me see. Oh, that is a name.
Yeah.
That is a name that is happening on on Cam's screen right now. Yeah, that seemed about how I would have pronounced it. So. Where's he from?
USC.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of this.
Of a USC linebacker.
He's a small fella.
Isn't Clay Matthews like the only USC linebacker that's worked out long term?
Maluka was all right. Ren Maluka was okay.
Only okay.
Do you count Troy Polamalu?
He's not a linebacker.
In the NFL, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't.
He played a bit in college, yes.
I mean, no, I don't count.
Taylor Mays was all right.
No, he wasn't. He
was
stunk.
okay.
Taylor in the NFL, he stunk. He's playing in the CFL. How do I know that? We drafted him.
Wait a minute.
Another in our string of terrible draft picks. No,
those are his high school measurables. Wait a minute. Why would they put that on?
No, the Redskins drafted him. My bad, folks. But we ended up with him. He still sucked.
He had 9.5 sacks.
By blaming that on Pete Carroll, that's another story.
75 tackles, 9.5 sacks. That's actually pretty good.
Not bad at all. But
pretty good.
Still a USC linebacker. I'm biased. I don't like it.
4'6", 40.
We're talking like Brian Cushing, who sucks. We're talking like Lofa Tatupu.
9 foot 9 inch broad jump.
Very meh.
If I had to say,
I'm
gonna say bust.
I'm gonna say bust.
Yeah.
People probably projecting him to be like a second, third rounder. No, not on my watch.
Number 3.
Watch the Raiders are gonna take him.
The USC, of course. Tremaine Edmonds.
I know the name, I just don't remember where it went to school.
Virginia Tech.
Okay, what are the
He's also 19 years of age.
Jesus Christ.
6'4", 220.
Dear God.
220 small.
No, but he is tall. and he's 19. You can build weight.
Yeah.
You can put muscle on him.
That is a thing you can do.
Moving to slot receiver.
109 tackles.
Oh my God. Is a redshirt sophomore?
Yeah.
Dear God. Okay.
It's 236 now, so
Okay.
he gained a bit of weight.
That's 16 pounds is a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight to pack on since the season ended.
I do like the potential.
Yeah, I
He's
would.
young.
I would take him in the second round.
Yeah. I think that's where he's slated to go. I've seen some have
Some in the late first.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Patriots pick.
Ooh. If we keep the picks.
Okay.
I have no idea what Bill Belichick's gonna do.
He's like a.
Does anyone?
He's a loose cannon at this point in his career. I don't blame him. I'm trying to win.
Correct.
Also, fuck Bob Kraft.
Wow.
Weak.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
But you're gonna move to the number 1 linebacker, which is
number 2.
Oh, okay.
Rashawn Evans from Alabama.
I don't know.
He's an Alabama linebacker. That's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
And, like,
it's a shot in the barrel. Like
could be.
He could be Reuben Foster without the legal problems.
That was literally the name I was thinking of.
He could be Reuben Foster without the legal problems. He could be Rolando McClain.
Yeah.
With the legal problems.
I was gonna say yeah.
He looked fine.
Mm-hmm.
Late to mid first.
Yeah.
But he's nothing special to me.
Yeah. Number 1 guy is special.
Yeah.
That's Roquan Smith.
Oh yeah, out of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
He's the real deal.
Yeah.
He looks like the real fucking deal.
You could argue he single-handedly beat Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
Like,
he was like what Malcolm Smith did to the Broncos in that Super Bowl.
he just took over the game in like the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Kept him in it.
Getting sacks.
Mm-hmm. Just making Baker Mayfield's life generally like a living hell.
Which a lot of linebackers will probably do in the league, but yeah, he looks like the best like defensive prospect outside of Minka Fitzpatrick in this draft.
Interesting.
And I like Bradley Chubb, but we're talking about a dude who runs the defense. I would trust Roquan Smith to run my defense. I would love for the Raiders to take him. We need a linebacker.
Yeah, put him next to Khalil.
From what I've seen, from what I've seen,
that seems like a Gruden pick too.
Seems like a good character guy.
Yeah,
seems great.
I think we should just wrap it up with the running backs and the quarterbacks. We're running a bit long.
Yeah. What were we gonna talk about? The tight ends?
No.
I don't give a fuck about them. No offense to the tight ends of the world, but
I'm gonna sneak in an honorable mention here because they both go to the same school.
Because there's so many running backs.
They both go to the same school.
Sony Michel.
Michelle's on here. Nick
Chubb is not?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Chubb is, quote, on the bubble.
The fuck?
And I think Nick Chubb is going to be better than Sony Michel in the NFL.
I think Sony Michel will be better as a returner, as an overall player. More like a Darren Sproles.
I think it might take him a little while to get going, but I think Nick Chubb could carve out a little Mark Ingram niche for himself.
Yeah, but
Mark Ingram's had a fine career.
But he'll actually run for 1,000 yards immediately rather than like 8 years
Depends on
into his
where he
career.
goes.
Who do you think? What team do you think would he go to? I see he's like a 3rd or 4th round
see
pick.
him going to New England, honestly. We need a running back.
Yeah, you do. You've needed a running back since you let LeGarrette Blount run away.
Well, that was last year.
I know. Y'all had what was it, Rex Burkhead?
No, we had Deion Lewis.
And Rex Burkhead.
And what's the other gentleman's name? Deion Lewis.
Jonas Gray.
No, it was black. Deion Lewis. I know, Black Patriots. Wow. Deion
They
Lewis.
exist?
Rex Burkhead. I cannot think of his name. James White.
Oh yeah, who
won the Super Bowl.
Guess they should have won the MVP that year. He had like 200 yards on like the most catches ever in the Super Bowl. Like, how did he not win MVP of that Super Bowl?
But I'm
yeah,
not gonna say bust for Sony Michel. I'm still gonna say bank because I think he's gonna be good.
I think he's gonna be like a better like.
I
think he's gonna
see
do a
people
lot
comparing
more
him
things.
to Alvin Kamara, and I just don't think that's true.
Alvin Kamara was ridiculous.
He was good in college, as a matter of fact.
He was good in college and he was great this year.
Well, that's what happens when you go to Tennessee.
And when you play for the Saints.
Number 4, someone who is
Wait, we skipped number 5. Oh, he was number
Michelle.
5.
Okay. Michelle. Number 4, somebody who's a little near and dear to my heart as an Oregon fan, Royce Freeman. I'm not a big fan of his potential in the NFL. We've been here before with Michael James,
and Kenyon Barner, and D'Anthony
now
Thomas.
Wait just a second, sir. Just 1 second.
But LeGarrette Blount,
Mr. Barner has a ring, sir.
Okay, so does LeGarrette
Blount. What's your point?
And Jonathan Stewart would have one if Cam Newton wasn't a word that I'm not going to say on the air.
Don't get me started on Cam Newton.
Was a wuss. Wasn't a wuss. That's what I was going to say. But anyway, yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like Oregon running backs.
He's got a lot of miles on him too.
He's played a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a 4-year starter?
You know what? I think he was.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see. 22 years old. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Huh.
Not a fan of that.
Not at all. Yeah, this does not seem like a favorable prospect to me.
I'm gonna go bust, and it pains me.
I'm not gonna say bust. I'm gonna say valuable contributor, but gonna be drafted way higher than he should have been.
Because he went to Oregon.
No, because he's got good measurables, but he's old. He's got a lot of miles on him.
Yeah, I don't know about old. That's definitely a detriment to you
as a running back. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go not bust, kind of like you did with that one guy, but I'm definitely gonna say gonna be drafted too high.
Next is Ronald Jones from USC.
I don't see it.
You just have a problem with USC?
No, maybe. Look, they just don't have a whole lot of good pro prospects to come out of that school outside of Juju Smith-Schuster.
What are they, just Duke?
Yes. They're the
Football Duke?
They're the Duke of the NFL. He
had 1,550 yards and 19 touchdowns last season.
Yeah, it's easy to do in the non-defense playing Pac-12.
The Pac-12.
Where defense is about as good as it is in the Big 12. Actually, I'd say it's a little bit better. I would agree. They have better athletes, I think, because they have the whole West Coast. But overall, I don't see it. I watched a couple USC games.
I like how they have them ranked. I think the rankings are fine, but he's most certainly is not better than the next two people I'm about to name. That's for sure.
That's probably a fact too.
Number 2 is Darius Geis.
Geis, who I accidentally referred to as Guise. Guise.
He's not an Italian gentleman.
He's not 100%.
I like LSU running backs. I can't remember the last one they had that came into the league that wasn't good.
Yeah, even that fullback that they had on that national
Hester?
champion. Yeah, he was even.
Jacob Hester?
He was even pretty good.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Leonard Fournette, Jeremy Hill,
who is not getting the credit and touches he deserves.
Because Marvin Lewis is an idiot, but that's
because he keeps drafting fucking running backs.
It's neither here nor there. But,
what is he just gonna do? Stockpile them?
Because that hurts everybody. Because
yeah, it does.
You're wasting away Hill's prime, and then Mixon doesn't get the touches that he needs. So who does that help?
Gio Bernard.
Shout out to UNC, but don't get me started. And number 1, personally to me,
the best player in the draft.
Correct. Saquon Barkley.
Saquon, Jesus Christ. Saquon Gnarls Barkley.
It's like if Paul Bunyan played football at this point. Like you want to talk about putting on a show at the combine?
No, he's the man. He's the man holding the world up at Epcot. Like, for real. That's who Saquon is.
Should have won the Heisman.
I don't know about all that, but okay, yeah. As an all-around player, he was awesome.
Who should have won?
I think Baker earned it.
Okay, all right.
I said he earned it. I didn't say he deserved it. I said he earned it.
Okay, we just going to agree to disagree on that.
I don't like Baker. Look, that's a lot for me to say. I hate Baker Mayfield.
Who doesn't?
Anyone in
the state of Oklahoma?
Anyone? No. Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Stillwater's not too fond of him. That's true.
I mean, anyone in like the southern part of Oklahoma. Also, what kind of a name for a town is Stillwater?
Yeah,
that's
true.
Pond. It's a pond.
I just think Saquon
is great.
The surest of sure things in this draft.
And the Browns would be fools, not plum fools. Some would say not to take him. But
that's the running backs.
That's the running backs.
Now the main event.
Now to the main
drum roll
event.
The QBs. Number 5.
Quarterbacks.
My favorite. Your favorite. Everyone's favorite. The large alabaster gentleman from Wyoming.
Joshua Allen. Joshua Alabaster Allen. I hate him.
Yeah.
Bust. I have watched so much film on this man to see what everyone is trying to say.
So many excuses be made for I don't think I've ever seen this many excuses be made for a player.
Why do they want him so bad?
Like, Mel Kiper literally came on the air and was like, well,
accuracy doesn't matter.
Lamar Jackson's completion percentage is much higher than Josh Allen. And Mel Kiper's like, well, stats don't matter. It's all about the intangibles. What, him being white?
Yeah.
You can't teach white. That is true.
Him being a Midwestern white? He looks like a tree that got animated out of the Rocky Mountains.
I'm just not.
He's a pine tree.
I keep hearing people say he's the next Carson Wentz, and that's
no.
It's just
Carson Wentz had an incredible Wonderlic score, had a great 40 time. He looked the part.
A good athlete.
Did you see Josh Allen's 40? Like him actually running
run?
it?
Let me see what he
I don't
ran.
even care what he ran. Did you see him watching him actually run it?
Was it worse than Brady?
It looked ugly. The man I don't think his arm, his hands, when he was running, they ever left below.
This isn't a good sign. When I put Josh Allen's name into Google, the first article that comes up is the Josh Allen bashing has officially crossed the line.
I don't think it's crossed far enough.
No.
Yeah. Personally,
I'm gonna go bust. Yeah,
I'm gonna easily say bust. And I swear to God, if the Cleveland fucking Browns draft that man,
it's going to happen.
They better not.
It's going to happen.
They better take someone else on this list.
Prepare yourself. Number 4.
Is Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
Here's my thing. He's got to go to the right place.
Yep.
I don't know what the right place is,
I agree.
but I think he should go to San Diego.
Ooh.
I think they need someone behind Phillip Rivers that they can, pamper a little bit, get him acclimated into the system and starting to retool their system around him for when Phillip decides to check out.
As unbiased as I can. Why not New England? For literally the very same reason.
I don't think they could retool their system around a mobile quarterback. I don't think it's.
You don't think they could work with him to make him more pocket oriented?
They didn't do it for Tebow.
Well, Lamar Jackson's a much better ceiling than Tim Tebow.
I know, but he ran a
Tim Tebow was also much farther along in his career than Jackson was.
Similar style, RPOs, all that shit.
I don't want Lamar Jackson running RPOs. Yeah, he's not big enough. He'll get killed.
He's 220.
Tim Tebow was 250. Tim Tebow was a tight end playing quarterback.
Tim Tebow was fat.
He's a large man. This is an indisputable fact.
He is a big boy.
But
so is Dak Prescott, and that's why he can run him.
I agree with you.
He's got to go to the right place.
He's got to go to the right place.
I think
like San Diego would be fine. Los Angeles. You said San Diego. I'm just now realizing that.
Oh, shit. They should still be in San Diego, and the Raiders should be in Los Angeles.
Agree. But, Chargers would be fine.
I forgot that happened. I'd say the Chargers, the Saints. Saints would be a good spot for him.
I think another person on this list is going to the Saints.
Faker Mayfield.
The next person on this list I think is going to the Saints, and that would be Mr. Mayfield.
As much as I hate him,
because I think
he's literally Drew Brees.
Right? Yeah, like he's
Drew
short.
He's Drew Brees, but with like Phillip Rivers and like Tom Brady's attitude. His competitiveness.
He is competitive.
And Phillip Rivers is a notable trash talker.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers is competitive.
Even if you can't understand half the words he says.
Phillip Slackjaw Yokel.
He's like the Ward Burton of the
Boomhauer. Boomhauer.
Dang old man, I tell you what. But yeah, like for those of the few NASCAR fans that we may attract to this podcast, y'all know that Ward Burton has a long-standing feud with the English language.
The blurb they have about Baker here says Mayfield is the ultimate gamer with an infectious competitive spirit and a dynamic game. He dazzles from the pocket, but questions about his maturity and character threaten his draft status.
He's
had some brush-ups.
Well, no, here's my thing. Competitive dudes like him with the talent that he has go one of two ways. Mm-hmm. They go Brady or they go Leaf.
It was Manziel.
I'd say Leaf's a better comparison.
That's a drastic drop-off.
Is it? Yeah, because Johnny can still play.
Right, like...
Johnny
terrible.
Johnny Pigskin can still throw the
Shuffle the rock around.
I mean, I don't know. I went back and looked at Leaf and stuff, and like looked at the talent around him.
Where did he go to school? Was it Washington State?
Yeah, he was notable for good quarterbacks. I think
and Klay Thompson.
And Clay, I hang my goatee up on a coat rack
Shout
every
out
night.
Withers.
Absolutely. But yeah,
I don't like Baker Mayfield, but I like his chances in the league. Like he seems like a guy that's gonna have a long career. It's gonna piss me off in 15 years.
I don't like him, but I would bank on him.
I agree.
Not as a GM, but like if someone in my organization was like,
this is the guy.
It's like we're thinking about taking this guy.
I think he's a football guy, and I think that's gonna lend itself well to him lasting long in the league.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Next is Rosen, right?
No.
They got Darnold
second. Next is Samuel Darnold.
Samuel Aloysius.
Samuel L. Darnold.
I love Sam Darnold.
The measurables are great,
and
they're fantastic.
And let me tell
Brady-esque. Even.
He's a better runner.
That's true.
He's.
I mean, just his height and his like.
I'd say he's more Wentz-like.
Ooh.
That honestly,
I'm not a fan of the turnovers at all.
I don't see those turnovers the same way I saw Jameis Winston's turnovers. Who threw 13 or was it like something like that? 13.
I mean, Jameis Winston is not a
Jameis Winston stinks.
I wouldn't say he stinks. I'd say he's below average.
Stinks. He is a bad quarterback.
He's in the bottom half of quarterbacks in the NFL.
He's the bottom 5.
Ooh.
He is.
I don't know about that.
He stinks. He has Mike Evans on his team and can't even throw him open.
Had Mike Evans and Vincent Jackson.
And Vincent Jackson.
And Deshaun Jackson.
Now he has Deshaun, yeah. He couldn't even do
anything. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who I think on a better team would be really good.
No, who is on a better team.
Where's he at now?
He's at the Jets.
He's in my division. Jesus. Wow.
Well,
is that a better team?
Yeah.
The Jets.
Well, he played really well this year, and in fact, he would have won. He would have scored the winning touchdown this year.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, now I remember that. We should have lost that game. Anyway,
that was a touchdown.
Number one, I agree with this. I think he is the number one.
Okay,
prospect.
Here's my thing between Darnold and Rosen. Rosen Reed's defense is better.
He's smarter. He's the smartest player in the draft.
Who, Rosen?
Yes.
But here's the thing. I think he's got Favre syndrome from watching him play a little bit, watching his highlights.
Thinks he can make every throw?
Yes. He's too smart. He's too confident and too smart at the same time.
I don't think that's
It's not a problem.
Detriment for me.
It's not always a detriment because Favre did win a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is the same way as won a Super Bowl. But, and I think that's the most accurate comparison for him. I think he's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
But
I see a little Peyton in him too.
Somewhat.
A little bit. Young Peyton.
But he tries to make.
Because you got to remember, Peyton adapted his game
to his age and all this other stuff.
Because Denver Peyton and even late
Colts
Indy Peyton is different from Marvin Harrison.
09 Super Bowl Peyton versus 13 Peyton. Mm-hmm. Different Peyton.
Honestly, when he went to his first Super Bowl, he was different from what he was in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, because Peyton early 2000s also had Edge James playing in the backfield.
He's just you know what?
Versus
I got Marvin
Joseph
Harrison.
Adai.
We're just gonna outscore you.
And Reggie Wayne. And Dallas Clark. And later on,
people forget that Peyton has some dudes.
He did. Yeah. But some could also argue he made those dudes. That's why Marvin Harrison didn't even get another contract after he left.
A little bit of an Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt situation with Kurt Warner, maybe. Perhaps.
I don't know. Isaac Bruce played elsewhere and was still good. Easily a Hall of Fame receiver.
Reggie Wayne did not.
Well, no, he was an all-time Colt. He played.
No, he was with us a day.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. That's like when Torrey Holt played for the Jags. But I think Darnold. I'm not saying he's better for Rosen. I just personally like his style of play.
I was where you were before this season.
Rosen hardly played this season. He played 7 games.
But he was really good in the games he played.
Just not turning the ball over doesn't, to me, make him a better player.
The Texas A&M game changed everything for me.
I really that's what took him above Baker in my little top 5 quarterbacks.
The fortitude that he showed, the poise that he showed, the throws he made, the spirit he showed, I think put him in number. Plus we already knew about his intelligence. I think that puts him number 1 for me.
Will he even play football for 10 years before he goes and makes a folk rock album? Starts playing,
or before he plays before he's just Myron Rolle. You know what? I'm just gonna be a doctor.
Personally for me, I just like Darnold's approach to the game and style better. He's more gunslinger but he's also a little more calculated and way more athletic. He can run the ball if he needs to. That's why to me he seems more like Carson Wentz than Rosen, who's more Aaron Rodgers. We don't know what
Aaron Rodgers can run too.
Kinda, but not.
He's not like Andrew Luck, but
he's not Alex Smith. He's not even Alex Smith.
Thank God.
The next Washington Star. So yeah, just overall, I kind of like Darnold a little bit more than Rosen, but I would not mind having.
I
Rosen.
feel like either way, you're gonna get a good quarterback out of it.
But the Browns are still gonna draft Josh fucking Allen because they're stupid. They made so many good moves this offseason, and they decide, you know what, we're just gonna go with the worst quarterback in the draft. Yes.
Allen.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I would take
I'd take Rudolph over Josh.
I would take, and I don't even like Rudolph.
Me neither.
You're I think the Patriots are going to take him in the second round.
We probably will.
And he's still going to he's going to be like Ryan Mallett.
He's going to get rid of him in a couple of years. Then. Brady's going to pay
for a 4th round pick.
Yeah, Brady's going to pay 70. That's fine.
So surprise, surprise, we went a little bit longer with that than we expected.
Yeah.
So we are going to move our top 50 to next week, and we're just going to move it straight into hot takes.
I'm going to go first.
What you got?
So last night, it was announced that Greg Popovich's wife passed away.
Rest in peace, Aaron.
Absolutely. But I saw on 2 separate occasions something that was really
fucked up,
disturbing by members of the media. The first instance happened in
directly after the Cavs game.
No.
You're not even talking about that?
No. I'm gonna get to that. They kind of they were doing the a sideline interview at practice with Kevin Durant, and they kind of just like told him about it on the spot, and like several people were like filming his reaction to being told that this woman had died, and I just didn't think that was in good taste.
Why?
Right? Yeah. It was just weird.
No. It's not only not in good taste. It's just you're supposed with such a sensitive topic.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to do what Allie LaForce did.
She did. Yeah. To her credit, she did give LeBron a heads up.
Prompt them.
I still wouldn't have asked
first.
him about it, given the context of the situation. But I mean, she did the right thing.
She could have been following company orders.
That's correct.
Who knows?
And to be fair,
and we know that him and Pop are close somewhat. So
that
one made more
me,
sense.
As a Cavs fan, somebody who watches like their local coverage like all season.
You do.
She is good at her job.
She's great at her job.
Yeah.
Even when she was doing college stuff, she was good.
Right. When she had to take over for Austin Carr when he had a family emergency and call a game, she did a really good job. But
I'm not shocked. She's great at her
That's
job.
neither here nor there for the purpose of this conversation. I just think it's in poor taste to ask a question like that in that context.
Yeah, I just don't. Why?
Right. Like what do you gain from that as a reporter or as? Because I mean, like anyone with a shred of human decency is only gonna say one thing, like rest in peace, like prayers and condolences.
Rip. My thoughts and prayers.
Right, like that's what a normal human being would say.
My regards to Mr. Popovich, Coach Pop.
Right.
I just feel bad for him, man.
I agree.
They were together over 40 years.
Yeah, that's got to be rough.
Like,
I mean, for anybody who loses a spouse, that's got to be rough.
Well, yeah, I mean, and Troll was talking about it like yesterday. He was like, "Yo, like, he'd be like, just." Make the casket a little bigger. Throw me in too. Like, honestly, at that point, yeah. I can only imagine what he's feeling. Honestly, I'd just say it's a kibosh on the whole Spurs postseason at this point. They might go and win one for him though. Who knows? But I'd call it quits. I'm just trying to speculate a little bit. This could be the moment that might make or break the whole Kawhi situation. Whether he
How do you mean? Him coming back?
Yeah,
there's no point.
No, not him coming back. I'm talking mending
him
that
continue
bridge.
To play with the Spurs.
Yeah, mending that bridge.
I think it's kind of the whole.
You think it's over?
I think it's overblown.
Oh, it might be.
I honestly think Kawhi is just trying to be smart about it, because I mean you realize his injury is
because we saw what happened when Derrick Rose was smart about his injury.
Degenerative situation. It would only be exacerbated by coming back too early, and I think he's trying to avoid an Isaiah Thomas situation, which
I don't think you're securing the bag that way. I think you're only giving teams a question to not give you the bag.
He's gonna get paid regardless.
Yeah,
it's Kawhi Leonard.
I agree.
But he's not in a he's not in a contract year either.
He is next year.
That's next year. He has a whole offseason after this season and the rest of this, however long the playoffs are, to rehab.
Yeah, but he's also had all this time to rehab and hasn't. He just chose not to.
Well, we don't know what his personal doctors are saying. We don't know. He hasn't divulged that.
They would have told you. He hasn't
divulged that information.
But no, it was literally he literally quit rehab. That was reported. That has actually been.
He quit Spurs mandated rehab.
Which,
I'm saying he probably got a second opinion.
It seems wrong to me, man.
I don't know.
If you really wanted to play the game, you would be in rehab.
I think he's being cautious about it. I really do.
I think his outside influences are screwing him up. And I think this is going to negatively affect his game, much like it did D Rose when he let outside, people get into his business.
Well, I think Kawhi is just a smarter person than Derrick Rose, but I'm not going to get into
when
that.
They say MVP and you don't know that's about.
I'm not going to get into that.
He might be.
What's your hot take?
My hot take is about Kendrick Lamar's Damn. Not sure how many of y'all are as tuned in to the Twitter, but earlier this week He was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for music for 2018. That's further than a Grammy. That's further than Album of the Year. That's further than Artist of the Year and anything. You are literally the first hip-hop artist, first rapper to ever win that award. And who knows? I mean, he might be the only one to win it for a while. But still, that's going to be way more important than any of those, 12, 13 Grammys that he already has and any of the ones he's going to win after this. This is bigger than any number one song. This is bigger than any number one albums. This is massive. This is from, in my opinion, one of the more objective perspectives of music. And I'm talking like the Pulitzer committee and stuff. From an more objective perspective, as legitimate as it gets. This is the Pulitzer people telling them, telling the Grammy people, the Academy, fuck y'all. This is what is real. This is the best album that's come out over all music, all genres in the last year. Now, granted, I don't think Damn is as good as To Pimp a Butterfly.
I agree.
And I think if any of his albums were to have won that award, it should have been that one. But this is awesome. This is great. This is a landmark moment for hip-hop. And I just don't think a lot of people are thinking about it that way. But they should be. This is incredible.
Mm-hmm. I
mean, we don't know when this will happen again. We don't know if
it
it'll
might
happen.
not happen again.
And we don't know if it'll happen again. But this is incredible. It's so awesome. And not only that, it's just a big moment for contemporary music. This is the first time a contemporary musician has won this award. And it was hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, suck it, Rock. Not The Rock. We love you, Dwayne, even though Rampage is probably a terrible movie.
Most likely.
But all in all, this is awesome. This is something that should be widely celebrated.
Yeah, I feel like it's not getting it. I mean,
it's not at all getting the recognition.
It's gotten publicity, but it hasn't gotten, this is, it's huge, like you said.
This is monumental.
Yeah.
There are people that still, for some reason, question the legitimacy of the artistic form of hip-hop. There should be no question.
Which is stupid because, it is literally,
It is the most popular form right now. It's probably got more diversity as far as, what it can be.
It is the driving force behind mainstream pop culture and has been for
about the last decade.
I was going to say last two, but...
maybe, but...
But 90s, was when it really started.
Yeah, when, people, organized noise started, taking over the mainstream with TLC and Outkast and the Dungeon Family.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. For the most part, yeah.
I would agree with you.
Since we were born.
Yeah.
So as long as we've been alive, hip-hop...
Pop culture for millennials is hip-hop. I think that's a pretty safe statement.
And has been.
Yeah.
As long as I've been around. I mean... I think we're going to look back on this in 10 years and say,
appreciate it more.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And that's assuming someone else doesn't do it.
I don't know who could, honestly.
Maybe they're not alive yet.
That's true.
Maybe Gambino.
It's not gonna be Jermaine Cole. I tell you that.
Whose album we are considering talking about next week. Speaking of which,
another 12 songs about him rapping about losing his virginity. We'll hear that.
Speaking of which, we didn't really talk about the Cardi B album, but it was good.
Yeah, it's okay.
It wasn't. It was better than any Nicki Minaj release. That's for sure.
Ever.
That's a wrap for today's show. Come back next week when we will actually talk about the top 50 NBA players.
And more about basketball.
And more about the NBA playoffs. And we might throw some stuff about the draft in there. Who knows?
The draft is next Friday, right?
Let's talk about the... Oh, yeah, we can talk about the first round.
No, I thought, what isn't the first round on Friday?
No, the first round's on Thursday.
It is?
Yeah.
Shows you how much I know.
Yeah, balancing that in Atlanta. Ooh, yikes. So
I think we just gonna watch it. do we need to actually watch the draft?
no,
Like,
no.
Yeah.
We can have it on like a
You don't
laptop.
spoil all the picks anyway on Twitter. Like, you just turn on like Jason Lock-on Forest notifications or something. Like, you'll know.
Schefter.
Yeah, like you'll know.
I have Schefter's noties on anyway.
Rap sheet.
Rap sheet. But yeah, I guess that'll be all for us this week.
Yeah.
Tune in next week, and we'll see you then.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening, guys.